I'm sure we've all played with that one person that spends the entire game looting. They will literally refuse to go into a fight unless they have the best attachments on all of their guns because they feel like those attachments will make them into a pro player. Well, I'm here to answer the question that you've all been waiting for. How much do attachments actually matter? So when we look at the attachments, I'm going to be splitting them down into 5 different categories. That is your barrel stabilizer, your laser sight, your shotgun bolts, your sniper stocks, and your standard stocks. The reason I'm not covering magazines or hop-ups is because they do exactly what they say on the tin. Your magazines increase magazine capacity, and your hop-ups do exactly what they tell you they're going to do. So we'll hop straight in and go into the barrel stabilizer. Now this can be broken down into 3 different categories. Base recoil from each shot, random vertical recoil, and random horizontal recoil. When you stick on a grey barrel, your base recoil is going to be reduced by 5%. The random vertical reduced by 20%, and the random horizontal reduced by 10%. If you go up to a blue barrel, the base recoil will be reduced by 10%, the random vertical will be reduced by 25%, and your random horizontal by 15%. And then going up to the purple, the base recoil reduced by 15%, the random vertical reduced by 30%, and the random horizontal reduced by 20%. The one thing I will say when you look at these numbers is the difference between the grey, the blue, and the purple is not a massive amount. However, you will probably notice the difference if you do have a barrel compared to not having a barrel. So all I'll say is if you do get a barrel, then great. It doesn't really matter which one you get. As long as you've got one, you're probably going to notice a difference rather than not having one. Moving on to the laser sight, again, we can break this down into 3 categories. And that is going to be the amount of spread while hip firing, the rate that that spread increases while you're moving, and the rate that that spread returns to normal. So with a grey laser, the amount of spread while hip firing will be reduced by 20%. The rate that that spread increases, reduced by 10%, and the rate that that spread returns to normal, also reduced by 10%. Going up to the blue laser, the amount of spread while hip firing is reduced by 40%. The rate that that spread increases while moving, reduced by 15%, and the rate that that spread returns to normal, also reduced by 15%. Going up to the purple, the amount of spread while hip firing will be reduced by 60%. The rate that that spread increases while moving, reduced by 20%, and the rate that that spread returns to normal, also reduced by 20%. This is probably one of the only attachments where I would say if you can get a purple one, it's definitely worth getting for, just because of the amount of spread it will reduce while you're hip firing. Going into a close range battle with an SMG, hitting your shots is going to be critical, so the more that you can hit, the better, and the more chance you've got winning that fight. Moving on to the shotguns, I've split them up into 2 different categories, and that's because we've got 3 shotguns that are semi-automatic, and then the Peacekeeper, which is obviously the cock and shoot. So first off, we've got the Eva 8 Auto, the Mastiff shotgun, and the Mozambique shotgun. Now when you're looking at these numbers, what you're going to be seeing is the amount of bullets you can fire per second. So starting off with the grey shotgun bolt on the Eva 8 Auto, you're going to get 2.53 shots per second, the Mastiff 1.21, and the Mozambique 2.53 as well. Going up to the blue, you're going to get 2.76 on the Eva 8, 1.27 on the Mastiff, and 2.75 on the Mozambique. And then going up to the purple, Eva 8 is 2.99, 1.32 on the Mastiff, and 2.97 on the Mozambique. Now the numbers don't seem massive in between each shotgun bolt, but when you're using a shotgun and you're firing one shot at a time, sometimes every little second counts, so it definitely is worth trying to get a shotgun bolt on there of some kind to if you are going to run a shotgun. And then when we move to the Peacekeeper shotgun, we're not actually looking at the time between each shot, we're actually looking at the rechamber speed. So with a grey bolt, you're going to get a rechamber speed of 1.02 seconds. The blue is going to give you a 0.96 and the purple a 0.94. Again, this is going to be really slim margins in between how much time you're actually gaining from going up a level on each of the shotgun bolts. But like I've said on the previous shotguns, when you are firing one shot at a time, every little second can count. So it can be the difference in between you getting your shot off and getting that kill or not. Just while I've got you, if this video is helping you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to also like the video. It is truly the only way I know if you actually like the video. And if you do like the video, comment down below and let me know. And then we move on to the stocks. So we'll start off with the sniper stock, which comes into 6 different categories. So the first 3 we're going to be looking at is the time required to reload the mag, the time required to switch from weapons, and the put away or ready time when using heals or abilities. So with a grey stock, you're going to get a minus 3.3% reduction on the reload speed. The time required to switch from weapons will be reduced by 15%, and the put away ready time when using heals or abilities will be reduced by 10%. Going up to the blue, your reload time will be reduced by 6.7, switching weapons will be reduced by 20%, and the put away already time will be reduced by 15%. And then your purple, your reload time will be reduced by 10%, the time required to switch weapons are minus 25%, and the put away ready time minus 20%. Now, the biggest benefit you're probably going to get from the sniper stock is the time required to switch from weapons. Because if you get caught out with the sniper in your hand and you need to switch to your SMG, the time it takes you could be the difference between you living or dying. So you want to be doing that as quick as possible. When we move on to the next three categories for the sniper stock, we're going to be looking at the enter exit ADS time, the amount of sway while ADSing, and the speed of weapon sway while ADSing. So with the grey, you're going to get a minus 10% on the enter exit ADS time, a 30% reduction in sway while ADSing, and then the speed of that sway will be reduced by 10%. With the blue stock, your enter exit ADS time reduced by 15%. The amount of sway be reduced by 50%, and then the speed of that sway reduced by 15%. And then with the purple, the enter exit ADS time reduced by 20%, the amount of sway will be reduced by 80%, and then the speed of the weapon sway will be reduced by another 20%. For these three categories, definitely the one that points out the most is the amount of sway while you're ADSing, because sway can be the difference between you hitting a shot or you missing a shot. So having that purple stock and getting that massive reduction of 80% definitely can be worth it. And then lastly, we move on to the standard stock, which can be split up into 5 categories. The first 3 is going to be time required to reload the mag, time required to switch weapons, and the put away ready time using abilities and heals. You may think you've seen this screen before, and that's because you have, and it is exactly the same as the sniper stocks. So we'll quickly run through it again. For the grey, you're going to get a minus 3.3% on the reload speed, a minus 15% on the time it takes to switch weapons, and a minus 10% on the put away ready time. For the blue stock, minus 6.7% on the reload time, minus 20 on the time it takes to switch weapons, and a minus 15% on the put away ready time. Then going up to the purple, minus 10% on the reload speed, minus 25% on the time it takes to switch weapons, and minus 20% for the put away ready time when using abilities or heals. And then the last 2 areas that are going to be affected with the standard stock is your enter exit ADS time and the amount of sway while ADSing. So with a grey, you're going to get a minus 15% on the enter exit time while ADSing, and the amount of sway will also be reduced by 15%. Going up to the blue, the enter exit time is reduced by 20%, while your amount of sway is reduced by 25%. And then going up to the purple, the enter exit time is reduced by 25%, while the amount of sway is reduced by 45%. So there you have it. That is the answer to your question of how much attachments actually affect your weapons. The one thing that I can say is if you've got attachment on there, you're probably going to notice a difference to not having the attachment. But going between the grey, blue and purple, you're probably not going to notice the difference between them. Or us as normal people probably aren't. Pros probably will notice the difference, but we certainly probably won't because we're not that good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below if you've got any questions. And if you want to check out another video while you're here, I made the Ultimate Crypto Guide, which tells you everything that you need to know about playing that legend. It'll give you some tips and tricks that you might want to know. So if you've never played him or thinking about playing him, make sure to go check out that guide. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you in the next one.